Welcome back to Topics in Psychology. I'm Dr. Sharon Eves, psychotherapist, author, and educator. And today I want to talk about existential depression. There are many kinds of depression that we can experience. Physical depression, where our body chemistry is off, or where our lifestyle is such that we're exhausted and we feel inadequate. Existential depression is a little bit different. It's a crisis of meaning. It's a crisis of emptiness. It's a crisis of staring at the abyss. What precipitates it? There's often a crisis, a major loss, a serious injury, something that causes your world to really change. And in that change, there's usually something lost. It might be a person, an identity. When people retire, they often go through this. What causes existential depression? It can be a lot of different things. Perhaps you lost a job or have retired, and so you don't have the same sense of purposefulness you had before. And so when you wake up in the morning, things seem really empty and you don't know what to do to feel good about yourself. We really like to contribute to people and be engaged with people. And when that suddenly is taken away, where's the meaning to your life? Often there will be a kind of existential depression that happens during a grieving process. It may not start till a few months in, and it may last for a while, but these deep existential questions of why is life like this? Why do bad things happen to good people? Or when we got caught off guard and we're not prepared for a loss or a tragedy or a crisis. By realizing that we're in this existential depression, this big emptiness, by stepping into it rather than denying it, it can start to give us some room to get support and validate what we're going through. Denial is not our friend when we're going through a tough time. We want to understand, what am I feeling? And what do I need? And it's also really important to understand that because you're feeling this way today, doesn't mean that you're going to feel this way a month from now, or a year from now, or 10 years from now. You still may feel a loss of somebody important to you, but it might not break your heart in the same way it does now. So give yourself room to talk to people who love you, or a counselor or therapist, about what you're experiencing in the way of depression, existential depression. Very often, my experience has been that I've had clients come in and they actually are experiencing existential depression. They just don't know it. They just think that things around fell apart. Things aren't working well, there's been a loss, and they feel sad about that. But they don't realize that these fundamental questions of meaning, purposefulness, identity, they don't realize that that stuff has gotten touched off. And as soon as I reflect that back to them, they go, oh yes, I identify with that. And it starts to take some pressure off of the depression, off of the emptiness. And as that pressure is alleviated, day by day, week by week, month by month, you find your way into the next chapter. One of my favorite metaphors that I've used for a long time is very often there's an ending and then there's something new to begin. So imagine you're in a room and you leave that room because that chapter's over, and you're in the hallway waiting to enter the next room. There may be several doors, you don't know which one to take, but what we know is you haven't entered the next room yet. That time in the hallway, there's uncertainty and there's a sense of waiting and waiting. But during that time, if you can relax into the uncertainty, which I know is a hard thing to do, and wonder, ask yourself these questions. Who am I now? How would I like my life to be different? What would be more satisfying or more reflective of me? Or given the challenges I'm dealing with, what kind of support can I get, or what things can I do that would allow for more safety or economic safety or love around me? When you're in the hallway, you want to remember there's going to be another room. Being in the hallway is really hard because we don't often trust that there will be another room. We may not know what that looks like, but just knowing that there will be another room can give us some peace. Thank you so much for coming today. We'll see you next video. Take good care of yourselves.